So what's going on, folks? How's it going? TGIF, or whatever day it is for you, wherever you are. Once again, thanks for joining. So, yeah, Friday night, man. This is good. This is nice. This is the way to be spending a Friday night here in Las Vegas. Is plugging away, like always. What's going on, folks? So, when I last left off, let's see, well, actually, before I jump in, yeah, you may notice I got some new stuff going on here. Check this out, man. I revised layout yet again, because, well, why not? Trying some new stuff. Still experimenting, still playing. So, yeah. So we're going to actually try and do a game giveaway later on. I'm going to wait a little while before I actually fire things up because I want to make sure someone actually rolls in, get a few people in here. So, but yeah, I'm actually going to do a raffle for a game code on Steam. So I hope you guys will come in, hang out, and you know, hey, maybe walk away with a game code for a new game. What's going on? So, still plugging away on Volley Village. Just a quick recap for anyone that's checking out a video for the first time and hadn't seen a cajillion others where I've gone over it. Volley Village is a mobile game that I'm developing for iOS and Android and probably for desktop later on. Best described as sort of like a cross between Angry Birds and Battleship, although some people have kind of tossed in a tower defense kind of element as well, but it's much more arcadey than that. It's much more you're in control of it, whereas tower defense you like set up and just kind of sit back and watch. But give you a quick rundown for who has not seen it before. So this is the sense of it. I say Angry Birds because you target just like Angry Birds. You pull back, and then your direction is this, right? And the objective here is you're actually aiming for your opponent's buildings. It's actually a race. You see, it's not turn-based. That's where it gets really interesting. You know, the real-time factors where it's kind of more unique, I think. So the objective here is, like I said, the bouncing buildings actually power the force field. So you want to target those. And then these will pop up occasionally, these random power-ups. In this case, the stop sign, boom, will put your opponents to sleep for 15 seconds. So for 15 seconds now, you can see the timer up here. I get to wail, oops, I missed. I get to wail away on them, and they just got to sit there and watch it happen. Okay, I'm talking too much and not paying attention where I'm actually shooting. There he goes. Cool. All right, he's back awake now, but I'm missing again. Oh man, I'm jinxing myself here. And as you can see, the computer's actually sent out a couple of villagers. You can send out villagers to repair buildings. The trade-off is the more guys you send out, that means the fewer you have left on your catapult to reload it. So reload times, in this case, he sent out 2, which means that he's reloading, you know, twice as slow as I am, which is destruction because I just wiped him out. There you go. So that's what the gameplay is like in a nutshell. That's kind of the gist of the game. There you go. And then the sharks will chase him off. The sharks don't eat them because, you know, once again, if they ate them, then my age rating in the store would go up for violence. So there's no violence. It's all goofy, casual fun. So I say it's Angry Birds meets Battleship, and I say that because if we cruise back over here, I have a editor which allows you to actually customize layout, put the buildings wherever you want. You can either do it, I'm just hitting random, put them like, you know, just randomly, but you can also clear it off and just put everything in place one by one. Just drop everything in like that, like that, like that. So, and then once you get everything in place, I'm going to be lazy here. Once you get everything in place, you like the layout, you hit save, boom, there you go. And now this layout that you see on the island in the background actually matches that layout that we just did in the editor. So, kind of nice little setup. Some of the features is you start off the game with just the regular warrior character, and then over time you unlock these other characters. Mainly just a cosmetic feature. It's really not going to change gameplay much. You can actually see here, you know, the regular warrior character versus the wizard, and you just see it's just a minor bump, right? I mean, it's something to give you incentive to actually upgrade it beyond just the fact that it's, you know, just a skin change, you know, just a character change. But it's kind of cool because all the characters, I don't know if you picked up on it when I was playing a second ago, but all the characters have their own unique animations, so it kind of adds some, you know, uniqueness to it. And then the mascot character, where that comes into play, is when you play online matches. There's these tauntings that happen before the match kicks in, and those are just kind of computer controlled, but you know, they do these little back and forth taunts for each other. and then when the game finishes, you can actually respond to say, you know, how you can either say respectful, neutral, or disrespectful, you know, and then you can sort of like have your final. It's my way of sort of like, you know, giving a little nudge, you know, if you thought the other person got lucky, then you could just be disrespectful, you know, but if they crushed you and you realize they're good, you can, you know, be respectful, you know, and then once again, each of the characters has their own kind of animations for those as well. So that in a brief rundown, and then the launchers, I'll go over that too. So the launcher, you start off with just a regular catapult launcher. Over time you unlock. The way it works is you have little cards that come about just through random match gameplay. And once you get enough cards to unlock the character, you know, then you can actually purchase it with the gems. Once again, really not changing the gameplay. It's not like they don't fire faster, they don't fire more accurate, and anything like that. It's more of a cosmetic change combined with the bonus you get for coins too. So if you get these guys, it's an easy way to actually score more coins. So just kind of nice little feature, I think. And also the whole point of doing the cards is just to prevent someone from just getting in the game and just getting a slew of coins or gems right from the get-go and unlocking everything. You know, I want to make sure that the person actually is playing the game for a while, you know, just to reward the actual effort, you know. So it's nothing major, but I think it's a nice little element. It's sort of my thumb on my nose at the pay to win scenarios, which I'm not a fan of, so I'm not doing that. So there you go. So that's the key three things right there. And then this is the one item that I'm still working on. If you've watched any of my broadcasts, I was in LA for some freelance work for last month, and it kind of slowed things down a bit, but I was working on these characters, kind of revamping the poses and the renders. Originally, I was just doing a quick grab, and just as you can see as a contrast here, you can see this is the render version, and these were just ones that I grabbed out of Unity, you know, just from like in-game kind of grabs, and you can see a difference. So my objective, I think, now is twofold. I need to start integrating, now that I've done all these characters, and then they'll have like 5 different poses per character, and what happens is kind of like unlocking the characters, you can also unlock these little badges, and that'll just come into play just, you know, when you're just defining who your character is, just kind of personality kind of thing. So I need to add all those. I gotta wire all that up now that I've finished all the poses, but I also want to come back and re-render these poses as well. So I'm not quite sure which one. Let's see, all these guys are in place now, so this is all good. I'm not quite sure if I want to tackle first, if I want to go back over into I've been using Maya LT for my poses, and then I was using Lightwave 3D for the renders. I don't know if I want to start working on these guys first, or if I want to actually start working on the wiring up stuff. Yeah, you can see coming soon. Yeah, I'm kind of like ping-ponging back and forth in my own mind which one I want to actually try and tackle first. So, I'm not quite sure. Let's see. You know what? Let me see. I tell you what. Wait. Let me get this out of the way here. What I may do is just go ahead and let me see if I can load up Maya first and just see what I got in terms of the rigs for these guys. And I may actually go down that road and do some poses first. We'll see. And here's Maya. Let me adjust it. So I've been playing with the screen shape, so I gotta like all the different programs. I bring them up. I'm gonna have to like adjust everything tonight, I'm sure. But let me try open scene, characters, Middle Ages, and these will be the launchers. So we'll start with the we'll start with the Cyclops. Let's start with the Idle Armed. So there you go. There's the character. So let's see. I wonder. Yeah, you know what? I think I will actually go down this road. I think I'll go ahead and start doing these guys. Right now, you can see what I did. I just took. This is the actual animation. You know, where he's just waiting to. Yeah, I hit play. You know, this is just waiting for you to actually hit fire and him to launch the actual shot. One thing I did, which I didn't think about at the time when I first set it up, but excuse me, sorry about that. When I first started setting it up, I had the catapult as the first item, right? And I had the fireball here, right, for the catapult. And I kind of hardwired that location, right? That's sort of fixed in stone at this point. So all the characters, no matter, you know, I have the Kraken, the Dragon, and the Cyclops, and all of them have to be in a physical position so the hand actually lines up with that spot to launch. I could have done some tinkering where it would do an offset, but I want to make sure that it's always consistent. So as a result, it was just easier rather than have some offset calculation and have it snap into the right place. I just decided to make sure all the animations line up that way, which was a pain, you know. I mean, it was kind of limiting in my choices, but I think it was still the better choice. Anyways, I guess for this, since I'm just going to do this as a standard pose, I can do some different stuff with him. So let's do this. Let me go ahead and save this as a different scene. It's a icon poses. Make it singular because it's just doing the one. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, that's good enough name. Technically not for the icons, but it's in the same menu system, so I'll let that slide. All right. So then, I think what I'll do is actually hide the sphere right now. I don't want that to throw me off. And then, yeah, I can select everybody. Okay. So then, first is I'm going to nuke all these keyframes because I do not need them. And I guess I'll set everyone back to, everyone back to 0. So I should get him in his T-pose, which he is. All right. I don't have any mouth articulation beyond just the physical jaw here. It'd be nice to have some kind of stuff, but you know what? If you watch my previous stuff, I was complaining about that, but then I realized, you know, I was going into some detail and rigging this stuff, but in hindsight, it's probably just faster because I'm exporting this out as an OBJ into Lightwave, and it's faster in Lightwave in the modeler side just to drag the points around. So let Maya drive like 95% of the pose and then just tweak it a little more in Lightwave, just the individual points. Definitely a smarter thing. Should have thought of that a while ago, but you know, oh well. All right, so let me see what I can do here. Something fun. I want these to be kind of lighthearted. All right, so what I'm thinking is he's maybe like holding it in his right hand. Like that. When I'm kind of looking at camera, as I've complained about before, as I've stated before, my LT is designed for game development, and as a result, there's no cameras. So right now, I have to kind of guess where I think I'm going to be putting the camera. So that ends up resulting in a lot of back and forth in the poses when I pose it here and then send off the Lightwave, and then have to tweak it to match the camera position. But we can at least get something decent started here. Excuse me. Just had dinner. Let's see. Alright, so I got a challenge now. Z-Doctor said he may come by after he finishes his stream, but only after he finishes, and that dude, man, he goes on for forever. So I gotta see if I can just hang in here as long as I can, just so I can hang here long enough for him to actually come by and say hello again. He owes me, man. I was hanging on his feed for a few hours today, so I'm just playing. But yeah, he's also a developer who's plugging away in Unity, doing a 2D game, which right now he's just developing kind of the art and the characters, but most likely doing some form of RPG. If you were here last time, you can actually look at the previous one. He started going into details in the chat on here and describing it. And, dude, it's actually a really cool story. So I hope he keeps plugging away on it. All right, and yeah, you can see how the wrist is absolutely collapsing here. That's just terrible. But either I'm going to hide it in the pose, or I'm going to do what I said before in Lightwave. I'll just grab those points, twist them around in Modeler, and just be done with it. All right, so let's see. want to counter that. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to bring the elbow down. So I'm just, right now, this is just sort of like experimentation, trying to think about, I don't really have a fixed idea in my head of what the pose should look like yet. But, you know, that's fine. Just let it evolve. You know, at first I was thinking he's going to be looking back at the player, but I think it might be cooler if he is actually looking at the fireball. He's one of the few characters in the entire game that actually has eyes. That was kind of a design choice I made originally, just as I was kind of going for a cool aesthetic. On what was my first character with the little male warrior, which made sense because of the helmet. And then I recruited some help from an artist friend of mine who is an amazingly talented guy named Daniel Thomas to help do some character designs to flesh it out and improve on what I had done. And he followed suit. He kind of took my lead and made all the characters basically no eyes, including the Cyclops. His original design was funny because Cyclops has one eye, but his design actually just had a brow, you know. So I decided that at least the Cyclops, you know, that's his distinguishing mark is the fact that he has the one eye. So I did give him an actual eye. So let's see if he's there. I'm gonna look at that. Okay. Let's see if I can pull this down, maybe. Yeah, something like that. All right. Plugging away, plugging away. All right. So I'll mention this a couple times during the stream tonight, in case other people come in. You know, I know people drift in, drift out. They got a life. They got stuff to do, especially on a Friday night. But my plan, speaking of that, my current viewing, my current schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 till 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which was necessary because of the freelance work that I landed, the animation work I did in LA for last month, and because that ties up my daytime, right? I had to do something, so I just came up with the arbitrary idea of, if I say 8 o'clock, that gives me enough time to finish work with the freelance job and then get over to a gaming cafe, which I did. Thank you, Blue Screen Gaming guys, again. Dave, thanks, man. And then still be able to do a couple hours, right? And get some, you know, time in, which works great, you know, except for the fact that it was really tiring, you know, to do an all-day kind of thing and then come back into that. But it's done, you know. There's still some freelance stuff trickling in, but it's not like I'm in LA anymore. This is going to be sort of like a couple hours here and there. So my thought now is I want to try and see, because once again, if I'm starting at 8 o'clock, that's 11 o'clock on the East Coast time, you know, and except for Scribe, who is a self-professed, you know, vampire kind of, you know, he does the vampire hours. Aside from that, you know, I think it's harder to find a more plentiful audience. So I guess what I'm saying in a roundabout way is that I'm going to shift my schedule again. I'm still going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least from now. I may expand. I'm not sure. I may actually increase the amount of days a week, but right now I'm going to keep it the same. But I'm changing the time. I'm actually, right now, the game plan is to start at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully that'll give more people in the continental United States here more chance to drop in and just hang out and see what's going on. You know, chat with me, that kind of stuff. So just an experiment. I mean, it's not locked in stone. You know, it's, you know, if it doesn't turn out to be a good fit, then I will reassess and, you know, I don't know. I'll start broadcasting on all days except ones that end in Y or something like that. But that's it. I'll probably mention it a couple times later on, too, for other people that happen to drop in later on. So, sorry if it starts getting redundant, but for those that are watching now, or those that are going to watch this in a repeat in a video, now you know. Alright, so we're getting closer here. I'm chatting away, but I'm actually starting to like what I'm seeing here. Okay, so I'm going to cheat the eye. So technically, he's actually looking right at it, but I'm going to cheat the camera is the proper term when you start posing stuff that looks better. You know, I mean, like if you ever watch a TV show, you know, when you talk to someone, you face them dead on, right? You know, so you have the two people like talking like this, but you know, if you photograph that with the camera, it looks like garbage. So you cheat the camera and the people talk outward, right? Which, you know, if you ever had a conversation with someone and you're like turned 45-degree angle, the person will look at you and go, "What's up with you, dude?" But for film and TV, it absolutely works. And same for video games. So that's how I'm going to cheat this. So from this camera vantage, it actually looks good. It actually looks like he's looking on. But, you know, over here, you can actually see, no, he's not even close to looking at it. But it doesn't matter. All that matters is what the camera sees. Alright. I really want to do a smile, but I'm going to worry about that on Lightwave. Like I said, I think I'm going to bounce over into the Lightwave and set that up over there. You know what? I'm thinking out loud here, but now since I am doing this, I'm going to focus on the art stuff for a while and not do coding, maybe not even get to coding tonight. So, you know what? This is something I learned from my buddy Z over there, who told me a couple days ago that I can actually switch categories. So actually, let me try this, see if I can actually do this. Art. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to art. Done. Alright, so there you go. Don't know if that's gonna help, hurt, or other, but you know, the other guys that usually come around are gonna find me anyways, I'm sure. But since I am working on a bunch of art stuff right now, we'll see if I can pick up a couple of people looking for some art stuff. But let's see. Actually, that's not bad. I'm not going to worry about the sphere, the cannonball, because that I'm just going to composite that in with some renders I have before. I'll have to hunt down where I put that cannonball. It's probably in my PDF I did for him originally, so I should be able to fetch that with no problem. So, having said that, I may actually try it right off the bat. Let me fire up Modeler and Layout for Lightwave so I can get those ready. Get them in the right position. There's Modeler. For those of you not familiar with Lightwave, it's a very old 3D program, still alive. Shocking to some, I know. But it was famous or infamous for creating two different programs. You have a separate program for modeling and a separate program for actually rendering and layout and that kind of stuff. And it's funny that, you know, 20 years later, and I've been using it for 20 years. 20 years later, it's still split. They've toyed with the idea of actually combining, but they've never succeeded. So it's still two separate programs. All right. So let's go ahead and select him. File, export selection. Scenes, character. Let's see. Let's go. Cyclops, icon pose. Yeah, I'm in the right spot. Nice. Alright, and once again it's defaulting to FBX, which I don't want. I want it to actually be OBJ, Lightwave, because we don't really care about the bones since we're just doing one pose, and it's easier to move points around on a fixed OBJ object with no bones versus a FBX that's all rigged. Excuse me. So, let's go. Cyclops. Give me one second. I'm gonna close my door here. Peace. Family comes back, or my dogs get a little obnoxious. So there he goes. All right. Yep, we're still good. Am I ducking down? Yeah, I move around a lot, so I don't know where to actually position the camera. We'll see. I'll break frame. There you go, like that. So, okay, Cyclops. Yeah, I'll call it icon pose. Yeah, I'll version it up, even though it should only be one version. But I'll go ahead and I'll give it a version number just to be clean. Alright, so we're working on Wizard, and now we're going to go over to Mr. Cyclops. Icon pose, export, Cycon. Yep. I don't want baked, I just want his standard texture. Images, characters, evil, Cyclops. Yep, that worked. Alright. Fix this. Oh, I got two of these guys. Hold on. Alright, crank up the diffuse. Let's turn on the smoothing. Make it double-sided in case we have an area. There you go. And I hit tab to subdivide it, and we're pretty much set. So I'll save like that. Boom, boom. And we're going to save as a Lightwave object. Done. Wait. Okay, good. Oops. So now we need to go over to layout. And what I'm going to do is recycle one of my scenes that I was using before for the wizard. And of course the lights are going to be all wrong, but you know, we'll adjust that in a second. First thing is just to get everything plugged in correctly. Oh, let me save the scene so I don't overwrite my previous work. Scene, characters, Middle Ages, and we're working on the Cyclops now. And icon pose, and I'll toss in an export just to be consistent. Cyclops. Icon pose. There's no E, there's just the one. There we go. Cool. Now we will replace him. Middle Ages, Cyclops. Icon pose, export. And there he is. Cool. And yeah, like I said, the lighting's going to be all messed up. But we'll ignore that for the time being. The key thing right now is I just got to work on finding a good camera pose. Alright, so turn on the real-time render. Yeah, lights are really blowing it out, but just trying to ignore that. Alright, so I guess where I was playing with was sort of like in this general area. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to tweak this. When I went to the subdivided surfaces, you can actually see how the hand kind of like squished up. So, so now I got the decision. I can either go back into Maya and actually adjust the rig, or I can just play in Lightwave in the modeler side and just start dragging points around, which is more efficient, but not as pretty. Yeah, I think I'll just at least experiment initially with just dragging points around. Let's just see how that goes first. Let's do that. So go texture solid. Come back over here, modeler. Yeah. So, and because it's subdivided surface, it's going to be kind of easy to play with. Even though it has this nice detail, there's not a lot of polygons going on, so that's going to be good for us. So, do that. Tell you what, I think we'll grab the hand here. About like that. Oops, scooped up a couple I didn't mean to. So now we can go ahead and cheat this in like that. Maybe even rotate a little bit so I can really bury it in there. Just play with that a little bit. There we go. Okay. And then probably the best way to get this is like this. So build these points. Like that. So like that. Alright. Hit save. Ping pong back over. Boom. Snaps into place. That's already looking better just for that part. Alright. Actually, I'm going to drag that thumb out. I don't like it tucked in. I'm going to drag it on top. So let me switch that back over so I'm not just wasting render time for no reason. So let's go ahead and get Mr. Thumb in a better position. Something like here. Yeah. I can always go too far with it and dial it back if I have to. And I can extend those points if I need to as well. But I think this is going to be the route I'm going to go with. I'm going to just... Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe not. Alright, I gotta split the difference. What I'll do, I think, is actually maybe play a little bit more with rotating the hand. Make sure I got all the hand here. Yep, I got all the hand. Alright. Try it this way. And I can fix the rest. You know, once again, I'm sort of in this quandary. It's sort of like a no man's land. I can either stick with this and drag points around, or I can go back into Maya, you know, and adjust the rig there. But, you know, it's just the back and forth kind of thing is kind of a pain. So that's why I'm just doing this way with dragging points. not the most expeditious kind of approach, but I think the result's going to be the same, so. Something like that. There we go. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Yep. Okay. That's better. And I'm going to cheat like crazy and drag this thumb down. It's going to be like the world's biggest thumb here. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay. I think if I play with the camera pose too a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch back to render. Real-time render. Oof, I really need it. I know I said it's going to mess with lights later, but it's just, that's killing me. So let me see if that's the key light that's doing that. No, it's probably the kicker. Watch. Yep, it was the kicker. I'll bring him back to life here in a minute, but right now I just want to just find my perfect camera view. Yep. Cool. Alright, in this case, I think I can actually tweak the thumb back in. From this angle, I think it's going to look fine that way. So I'm going to... something like that. That's cool. And then I'm going to tweak this to cheat that kind of a smile in there. I want him to have a bit of a smile, so... and then I'll incorporate the fireball later on. But first, let me go ahead and get this thumb moved back over. See what that does. Yeah. Alright. And toy with his shoulder a bit too. See when get in point mode. Just grab a couple of these points and kind of flesh out the shoulder a little bit. Almost like sculpting. Yeah. Yep. Okay, I think that's going to play. So that takes care of that. Let me switch that back so my GPU doesn't freak out for rendering for no reason. Okay, so this is going to be a little more hairy, because this was never really designed to do what I'm trying to accomplish right now. Alright, let's just start and see if we just go nuts. Yeah, not a bad first start. You know, that the downside of the subdivided surfaces is that, you know, there's not a lot of geo here, so it makes it a bit of a challenge. But I think we might be okay. See if that's better or worse. Really wish I had a point right there. That would make life so much better. Yeah. Yeah, that's worse. Alright, let me see what I can do here. Alright, I'm gonna do a cheat. Let's see. You know what? Actually, I can just go all the way up. Oh, where's my bandsaw? This is my new setup. I've been using Lightwave for a gajillion years, and I have all my keys set up, but because this is a new box, I have not actually set up all my hotkeys yet, so I gotta go back to find where everything is. And keyboard show me. Where's bandsaw? Bandsaw is associated with... oh, you know what? It's about to be. Say F6, image editor. Sign. For anyone that worked at DD, Digital Domain, F6. That's the standard for bandsaw. There it goes. Cool. Alright, that doesn't hurt too much. I was just kind of concerned if I had deformation up there, but I don't even think we're going to see the top of the head. So... that should give me better... yeah, there he goes. Alright. let's see what that actually looks like in real-time render. It's still pretty ugly. Okay. Better, but still not there. Alright. Oh, I don't have spin try on this, do I, yet? I gotta... Okay. Let me do this. Let me take everyone out here. Whoops. Yeah. So I'm gonna do an old trick. I'm gonna copy this, paste it, and then kill it. And then just kill that one point. That gives me that side. And kill this point. That gives me the other side. Put them back in. Plug everyone back in. Merge all the points. And that gives me something. Ooh, but that's still really ugly, isn't it? Ah, yeah. You know what? Just make it to the point where I just end up doing a Photoshop fix. If I, it's like almost there, but not quite. Once again, I gotta find Windows. Spin quad pairs. Fine, what is that? Control K. Oh, okay, I was in the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Spin quad's gonna break the UV. Just call him Jim Bob and call it done. Thanks, Dave. Wow. Nice. Hey, Jim Bob. It's not broken? Wait, what am I, Microsoft? It's not broken, it's a feature. Or is that Apple? That's why we charge you more, because it's a feature. Actually, let me try this. F6. This is gonna be crazy, but yeah, okay, that's man, really wish I had more Geo in this. How's it going, Dave? And EA and Activision. Yeah, pretty much. You want to be a big dog, don't you? There you go. Yeah, it's all about... Yeah, I just need to buy other mobile companies and then shut them down. Yeah, doing good, man. Happy to be home. I mean, nothing against your fine place there. This is, for those tuning in, this is Dave at Blue Screen Gaming, who was nice enough to set me up for the last month while I was in LA for some freelance work. And make it so I could keep streaming, even though I was 250 miles away from home. But yeah, really happy to be home. Got the new box. Absolutely loving it. It is so nice. Yeah, there's no place like home. Yeah, I'm clacking my shoes together. There's no place like home. Yeah, absolutely. Although it's colder here. I forgot about that, man. That's throwing me a little bit. It's not a ton of stuff I miss in LA, but the warmer weather, I kind of wish I had a little more of that still. All right, so let me think about the best way to... You know what? I'm going to get creative here. Because I'm still fighting this because I don't want to go back now that I've already chosen this path. So let me yank all these guys out. XV. Put him by himself. Let me see if I can actually... I want so much. Oh, here we go. This is how we're going to cheat this. I'm going to drag this out like this. Check this out. Like that. And then Control K. Knife that puppy. Ow. I didn't mean to do that. Knife that puppy like that. Alright. Merge. See if that... Okay, now we're cooking. That's really ugly, but we'll fix that in a second. Whoa. Alright. How are things with Blue Screen, man? Any more tournaments planned anytime soon? Did you manage to shake that cold? I think I did. Oops. let's see. Why am I not selecting that 1 point? Still have the cough. Oh, that sucks. Sorry about that, man. There we go. Whoa. Alright. In this case, now we're gonna... Alright, I did bandsaw, but now I'm gonna put band glue back in here. Edit. Keyword shortcuts. F7. No other tournaments yet, but big gathering of people tomorrow. Cool. Nice, man. Glad you got some people filling the machines up. Now that I've freed up that machine for you. I need my bandsaw. Bandsaw. And we're going to put him in F7. Assign. Now I'm happy. Now I'm getting closer to my usual setup. F7. Oh. I just totally butchered that, didn't I? I meant band glue, and I did the wrong thing. Yeah. Keyword shortcut. F6. Oh, I got both of them signed. Good. Band glue. Bandsaw. Unassign. Band glue. Assign. There he goes. Oops. Actually, let me take him out of subdivided surfaces first. F7. And then unify. What do you mean they don't? What? Oh, shoot. Wow, it stopped there? Why did it stop there? Oh, you jerk. You went up there. Lightwave, you hosed me. When I did that split, it went all the way up there. That's not good. Alright, let me see what damage I did here. That's wild. It just ended there. Okay. I still can fix this. Here's how we deal with this. We go... Same thing I was doing before. X, V... Oh, you're gonna be a jerk, aren't you? Lightwave, their UV tools sucked a decade ago, and they're not much better. You jerk. Okay. Let me see if I can undo some of this stuff. How many undos do I have? About that many. Good. Alright, so before I try that, let me go ahead and unify all this crap. F7. Really? You can actually do that to me? Fine, I'll do it this way. Yeah. I shouldn't have to do this manually. I have to clear out the points here in a second. But I forgot that band glue likes to butcher your UV sometimes. So we just do it manually. Like that. Alright, unify these guys, kill this last point. There we go. Alright, now we're back to where we were, so now I can try and accomplish. Go like this. Bring that down. So Dave, man, you still liking your Switch, or are you over it now? You played your one game and you're moving on? Give a gift they'll use twice a day till next holiday at getquip.com/Spotify. Back to endless matches of Overwatch. Right, drag that out like crazy. Playing Pokemon Let's Go. Really? Okay. There you go. Actually, let me do it this way. Hopefully get away with it. Nope, it's still busted. There it goes. Okay, now we got it. Merge. Yeah. So how's Pokemon Let's Go? Is that pretty good on the Switch? Is that gonna be the next big craze for? I don't know. Wait, did Pokemon Go, the Pokemon Let's Go, did that just come out, or has that been out for a little while? I haven't followed it. Obviously, just waiting for for Volley Village. Yeah. Well, Apparently, according to Nintendo, that you're gonna be in for a long wait. It's not bad. Yeah, pretty new. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I stopped following Switch. I don't know why. Is it because they didn't accept my game? Bitter? Oh, it's a head. Yeah, that's alright. I'll get them yet. That's cool. Well, from going to a I'll never own a console to, okay, I got a Switch and now I'm buying games, you know, how long before you actually have like 20? You know, you just got like a whole slew of Switch games. Yeah, like Switches all over Blue Screen Gaming. Alright, so that's terrible, but I don't know if that's even worth it. I guess what I was doing before was that trick where I was actually just not even doing a sub D on this, but I really think I should, because that's going to be all butcher. You know what? Maybe I could cheat that. Yeah, it depends on what people want to pay to play. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Alright, so maybe... oh, hey, look at that. Sorry, I'm just... Really? Interesting. So a project I worked on, what, at this point almost a year ago. It's actually going to come out, so I can talk about that, hopefully. Animation project that I worked on from home. I don't know if it's totally official yet, so I can't quite say anything yet, but it was a pretty cool project. Wait, why is that acting like it's... I thought I Miss those guys. XB. Whoa! Thank you. Remember I was talking about Lightwave and its messed up UVs? Ah, mercy. Okay. In that case, I guess we'll just have to live with that and work around that. Go away. Yeah, it was a fun project. It was cool. You know, nothing's better than getting animation work that you actually get to do from home. that's always nice. Well, no, the only thing better than that is actually having the project go well, and that actually went really well. They were very happy with the end result, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see what we got over here. Yeah, alright, so if I can fix that, maybe cheat this up on this side. I hate to say this, but I might actually have to just bite the bullet and go back and add some rig controls, which would suck because that means all the little point dragging around that I'm doing now is going to be all for naught. But at a certain point, if this just starts getting too ugly, I may have to go that route. Let's see. Hopefully... okay. It's not too bad. Yeah. So, it just means I got a Photoshop cleanup on the edges here, but that is a minor thing. Alright. I think I want to try and... Do I have any geometry here? A little bit. I want to see if I can actually get a... Suggest a thumb bend. Oops. Yeah. May or may not work. Let's see. So Dave, I was talking earlier, my game plan now is, now that I'm done with the freelance stuff and I'm not working all those big hours during the day, I'm actually going to experiment with switching my time out. So beginning next Monday, I'm actually going to start my streams at probably like 1 p.m. and go for a few hours. See how that goes. Because it's, this time of night, I think it's just pretty hard to find people still awake, aside from, find people like you that actually do the nightly night owl thing. Nice. Yeah, I'm still searching, and you see I'm doing the thing too. I was going to do a game giveaway, but right now, you got a very good chance. I got a lurker or two, but right now you're the only one speaking up, so you have a very good chance of being in it. I would watch earlier streams. Cool. Okay. Nice, man. Yeah. Well, yeah. You normally don't you kind of roll in around 2 o'clock? Isn't that your normal setup time? So that might work nicely. If I'm just going for a few hours, you could drop in just when I'm starting to warm up. You know what? I want to turn that, I think, now. Yeah. Yeah, cool, man. Awesome. Well, I'm glad I got you on board. Let's just see if I can get more. Still trying to find the magic formula. Have not found it yet. It's challenging. It's challenging as getting Nintendo to approve a game. Wait, am I harping now? Hey, Zealous Youth is back. Check it out. How's it going, man? How's it going? You found me. Even though I hid over in the art side since I'm doing art stuff now. Doing well. Cool, man. Welcome. TGIF, man. Hope you're having a good start to the weekend. I am. I'm working away, which is always fun. I really do enjoy doing this stuff. So I'm not about to complain. What's new, man? Anything earth-shattering and earth-shaking in your part of the world? Let's see. How's that back being home? I'm working tomorrow. Not fun for me. Oh, sorry about that, man. That sucks. Yeah, happy to be home, man. I mean, LA was fun. I enjoy working, but yeah. And the fun part, too, is actually I got to bring some of the work home with me, which is ironic. We actually have a new agreement, so I might actually still be working. Sorry, I still can't talk about the projects yet. I promise once they start going public, I'll talk about it. I can. This has actually gone public. There's a new season of Future Man coming out. I worked on one shot on Future Man, the Hulu show. So yeah, client's upset. So yeah, it was funny because I was on my phone. On one of my feeds, I had that commercial for Future Man. It's kind of like, and I saw like the one clip that I worked on. It's kind of like, oh cool, okay, I guess I can talk about that. More work is good. Work from home is better. Isn't that the truth? Yeah. So. Yeah, and it'll be interesting because when I was there in LA, it was kind of a situation where they were constantly throwing me onto stuff because I was supposed to be working on a feature film, but that got pushed back, and I was already there. They can't send me home, right? Since my home is 250 miles away, so it's kind of a fun situation where they had to like find stuff. It's kind of like, here, animate this camera. I mean, it's like, seriously? Okay. So, I mean, I worked on little things here and there. I like worked on on a couple different shows, but there was one show that I actually got to work a bunch on and do honest to God character animation. And that's what I was talking about. And I got to work on more of that when I got home for at least a few days. That's all wrapped up. So now I got more time to focus on the game. Yay. But there's still a couple of episodes coming up that I will be working on. And I'm not sure how that's going to affect my schedule. As I was mentioning, I'm actually going to switch. I haven't put it out in writing yet, but I'm going to switch Monday. I'm going to start my streams at 1 p.m. Since I am not in LA now. I can start at a more reasonable time and not try and go all night. But, yeah. So I'm not sure what will happen when the other episodes start coming up and they want me to work on those. I may have to, like, tweak the schedule to accommodate everything. But, yeah, man. I hope you can still come around at those times. I'll go probably start at 1. That's the game plan right now. And then, right now it's just, I mean, if I'm going, I mean, you see when I get to 11 o'clock, I'm just worn out, man. I'm too old to do those, after doing a bunch of work all day and then trying to do streaming at night, and then just going to 11, man, I just wear out. So yeah, hopefully if I'm doing that earlier in the day. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'm sorry that yeah, I'm sorry you won't be able to make it, but well, I mean, you can watch the restream, right? That's the, you know, if you want to check out what's going on. But yeah, unfortunately, lose out on the whole real time thing. So bummer about that, man. I'm sorry, but it's just for me. It's just it complicates my nights. You know, I mean, it was fine when I had work up to 6 p.m. and then I could start doing the stream at 8. But you know, trying to, you know, now that I'm home and my wife wants to actually see me, which is good. You know, I'm glad that my wife still wants to see me. You know, it's just, you know, it's like, you know, hey, I'd love to, hey, quick dinner, I gotta go stream. And she's like, okay, well, I guess, bye. You know, so I think it'd just be better if I try and do a more reasonable time of, yeah, yeah, more reasonable start time. Haha, zing, yeah. All right, so this is looking okay. This is obviously going to be a Photoshop fix. The edges here. Wifey still wants to see you. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I was happy, man. I was gone for a month. I got home, and she even remembered my name this time. So, you know, hey, that's awesome, you know? It took her 3 tries, but she remembered. She remembered. Thank you. Tip your waitress. Nah. I'm kidding. No. No, she was happy to see me, man. She was jumping up and down, right? She was, you know, and she was like licking my face. Oh no, wait, that was my puppy. Never mind. Sorry, my puppy was very happy to see me. Yeah. Okay. Terrible jokes. All right. Do I want to tweak that? Yeah, I want to. I'm still want to play with this shoulder a little bit more. So I am going to stick with this approach. I'm not going to go back to Maya. I'm just going to do these point drags to try and get this home to where I need it to be. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Come up even further. Let's see if that's going to... Yeah, that's going to fill in that gap. Good. And I'll do the same for this point behind it. Alright, why does it sound like it's only playing one song over and over? Does it sound like it's repeating that one? I'm going to restart this because this kind of sounding a little repetitious here. Go. Why does it only wants to play one song? What is up with Spotify? It hates me. What is up with that? Is it broken or what? Oh, now it doesn't want to play anything. Oh no. I'm in like some Twilight Zone. Oh, you know what? You're just killing me, you jerk. Alright, what about you? Povsky, Twitch. Anything's better than that same song over and over. Oh, that was brutal. Let me come back here. No! Alright, I'll risk. Why does it... No. 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 Fine. Hopefully, I'll just dial it down more. So hopefully I don't get in trouble for playing some copyright music. It says it's Twitch friendly, but you never know. But that was literally, you know, it's just, I mean, all that music sounds the same to me. I'm old, but that was literally the same song over and over again. So I'm sorry for anyone that was actually subjected to that. I know it wasn't doing wonders for me. Okay. I think I can leave this like it is. Yeah, so I was right about the wrist. The wrist is completely twisted around, but our view is actually hiding that nicely. So I'm just ignore that. Might play with that. Yeah. let me play with the camera a little bit more. Just, I wouldn't mind seeing more of that foot. Get this lined up, and then I'll start working on the lighting. Alright, you know what? I'm going to do one last tweak on that back arm, his left arm. Let me do that. Because it looks like it's a little off there, but that's easy enough to fix. So come back over here. Do something like that. That should give me everybody, yes? Yeah. Alright. Let's see, is that everybody? Yeah, that's everybody. Good. Alright, so then what I want to do is just kind of cheat that back around like that. Yeah, and then fix that arm here. Oops, get my point mode. Deselect what I had before. Try and grab these points, get the right ones. Is that everyone? Yeah. Alright, let me start with that. See if that makes it look better. I think I actually want these above. I can do a trick where I just highlight these so I can get to the points faster. There you go. There. I think that should fix that curve. There it is. Yep. Alright. I'm going to save. I haven't saved this in a little while. That always bites me, doesn't it? Okay. Cool. So, let me see what else I need to mess with here. Yep. I think I'll actually bring up this shoulder too, now that I look at it. Play with that just a little bit, and then I'll get going on the lighting, and we'll mark it done and move on. And the cool thing about this is I'm only doing this one pose, so it's not like when I was doing the villagers where I had to come up with 5 different poses, which just went on for forever. So this is going to be much, much faster. And hopefully I can do it without complaining about the rig too much. Although that's easy fodder. But then that's my fault, so. Kind of smooth that out. Like that. Yeah, check that out. That's what I was talking about. Alright, now, you know what? I hate to say this, but actually I kind of think I might want to try making that eye. Rotate a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to try this. Where am I at? Oh, it's 9 o'clock. So, yeah, I'm going to do this now. So, check this out. I'm going to try and actually do my first giveaway. I'm going to kick it off now. It's going to go for a little while, but give you guys a chance to jump in. So I'm going to give away a copy to a video game. So let me go ahead and I'll hit, you know what, let me do it this way. Let me come back to here. And so I'm going to give away a copy of Kingdom Rush. So it's on Steam, so just Steam code. So I'll fire that up like that. There it goes. Alright, so this is my first one. I'll try not to screw this up too bad. We'll see how I do here. Custom, start giveaway, and it's going. There you go. So yeah, if right now there's only a couple people in here, so you got a fantastic chance. So you know, exclamation point raffle, and once that timer expires, then we will jump back in and see who wins. It's the first time I tried this. It's just something that I'm going to play with and see if it's a decent response, and so I'll keep doing it a bit more. But there you go. Yep. Hey, blue screen. Thanks, man. Thanks for being a guinea pig. Right now, your odds are extremely good. I mean, I'm talking like 100% good. So, right now, and I'm in Vegas. So right now, I'm telling you, I'm liking your odds here. Okay. Let me come back over. All right. Yeah, you know what? That actually doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Oh, that's close, man. Not a question mark. Exclamation point. Sorry, sorry, Blue Screen Gaming. Sorry, Dave. Don't mean to mess up your chances here. There you go. There it is. All right. Right now, you guys gotta until someone else comes along or someone else lurking decides to speak up. I like your chances. So yeah, it's actually a pretty cool game. Kind of a tower defense game. Really pretty looking on Steam. So there you go. All right. In second thought, I think I'll stick with what I got. I think once the fireball's there, it'll look good. I think right now just that space is looking a little funky to me. But excuse me. You know what? I'll just leave it be. Let's just get to work on the lighting. So we'll start with the kicker, since that was like bugging me a second ago. Yeah, definitely in the wrong space right now. So let's see if we can get it. Let me see where he actually is. There he is. So I'm thinking I want him over on this shoulder. About like yay. See if that gets me. Huh. What did I miss there? Do I have like a fall off on that? No, it's a distant light. Oh, it's there. It's just barely. There it is. Okay. Do I want that side or do I want this side? There it goes. Alright. So then we want to mess with the heading. It's not doing much. I might have to just throw it on this side and just be done with it. Alright. Yeah, so is that stuff displaying correctly? Once again, this is my first time. Yeah, look at that. Only 56 minutes to go, guys. Woo! Alright. Gimmicky, but hey, if it works. Oh, I got a nice little collection down there. So, there's at least a few people knowing about. Yeah. It's kind of strange. I've read people complain about Twitch not showing the proper number of people. And, you know, you look at little characters down there. I see quite a few people down there. But, oh well. It's Twitch's game. They can tell me I'm wrong. Alright, so, let's see. Do I want to mess with that a little bit more? It's okay, but I kind of want to not have that big old shadow coming down on him. Was I doing it before? Maybe I'm gonna experiment here for a second. I'm gonna drop the shadow. Yeah, no, that's definitely not right. Okay, so I definitely had it shadow before, but I might just try down. Something like that. That's still crazy. There we go. Okay, there it is. That's going to be a winner for the moment. Alright. So now let's switch over to our key. Ooh, he's way off, isn't he? Alright, let's get our key light in position. Right now he's Dutched, and that's throwing off my moving around, so... Ooh. Alright. 50, and I'm gonna have to take that kicker down. Try 80. Wow. Okay, that's key. Do I have the fill? Oh, that's why. Let me knock down the fill light. Let me just actually kill all these little lights that are probably messing me up. Once again, these lights are just set up from the previous rig, so they're all in the wrong place, the wrong settings. So let me get this so I can get a clearer view. Now I only have 2 lights. I have the kicker light, which you can see on the back here, and then the key light, which is illuminating him in the front, which looks pretty good. And actually, since I got that key wrapped around, I got that kicker wrapped around so much in the back, I may actually just leave the fill light off. I definitely want to put the point light in his mouth because that's totally messed up. I might have to, let's see, well, let me see what the light does first, but that might be a Photoshop fix. Alright, let me lock onto him. Yep. So I'm trying to render out these characters in a high resolution kind of format, but these are low poly characters, which I never really intended to do this. So it's kind of short-sightedness on my part, but it's just when I was putting the characters together, I just really wasn't thinking in terms of doing this. Oh, that's gonna be terrible, isn't it? Alright, well, once again, I think Photoshop's gonna come to mate on this. Alright, 75 is just blowing it out, so I'll drop it back to 50. Yeah. Actually, I think I want to rotate that eye a little bit more now. Now that I see it in this pose. Like that. Oops. Save. Come back into layout. And there it goes. Oh, I went too far. Split the difference here. There it goes. Yep. So I think that'll play. Cool. Mouth light is 50%. I'm going to try and dial the key back. Just so I can not blow this out too much. I think that's going to be good. Obviously, I got some cleanup on the mouth, but I'll worry about that here in a minute. You know what? Actually, let me try this. Let me come back to the mouth light. Because right now I got a point light on that, don't I? Yeah. I'm going to switch that to linear. Or, wait. Better yet. I think I already have that linear light floating around, don't I? Mouth light. No, that's a point. The hat fill point. Hat light. There he is. That's going to be our winner. So I'm going to take this guy. So, just that one point is creating those hot spots on the top and the bottom of the mouth. But if I bust out that linear light and drag it across, hopefully I can get more of the mouth lit up more in a more uniform kind of fashion. That is the objective. Whoa. Turn on your mouth light. Yeah, there's some Neil Diamond for you guys. Neil who? Right. So let's see what that gets us. Whoa. Gets us something funky. Look at that. You know what? Let me see. Let's see. 150. Let's see if that fixes anything. No, it doesn't. Alright. I'm officially relegating that mouth as a Photoshop fix. I think that's my only way to deal with that, I think. So, there we go. Oh, sorry. Time for liquid refreshment refill. Don't explode. One sec. Alexa, fill my glass. Oh no. That doesn't work yet, does it? Alexa, vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. Alright. No more Sean Connery tonight, I promise. Okay. So, let's see, what I want to do. You know what? Okay, I take it back. I'm going to do the fill light, but I'm going to cheat. I'm going to come up from below, try and take out some of this darkness. Subtly, but I'm going to try that. So we go fill light. Good. He's in a good spot. Oh. And he is completely Dutched. Oh, this crap again? Okay. There we go. Much better. Position. Alright, so what I'm thinking is actually I'm going to bring him down below to try and fill in some of the darkness that we're seeing on the underside. Total cheat, but if it looks good, then we're good. So, let me switch back. And see, that's what I was talking about the wrist. You can see how it's completely imploded, but our view is completely hiding it, so we leave it. Yeah. Okay. So try 25 just to begin with. Whoa! That's a lot. 12. Even that's a lot. That's strange. Woohoo! Oh, I'm excited. Alright, I gotta share this with you. Who else? Check this out. I'll show this off when it actually arrives. This is something... I've had some really bad luck with Kickstarter backing certain things. I'm sure you guys probably have too. But this company had made something like this before, so I was a little more trusting in doing this. But, I mean, the tech was just so cool. I mean, this is like Help Me Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of stuff, and I just could not resist. Oh, that's 13 minutes. I want something short on that. Here he goes. Let me show you this thing. Check this out, man. This is like future. This is so cool. It is a true holographic display. And then I get a talking head. Come on, dude. Go away. Show the tech. Come on. So, yeah, look at this, man. So it's just using a whole series of plates, right, to create true three-dimensional space. You know, when you move around, it's true, like I said, Help Me Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope kind of hologram stuff. That is so cool. So, yeah, I did it. I picked it up ages ago. I joined the Kickstarter ages ago, and I'm happy to say that I just got my email that it's shipping. So, I cannot wait, man. I'm going to play with this like crazy. Check it out. So, when I get something, I'll actually pull it out and show you guys. But, yeah, even the demo, I don't think it really does it justice. You know, they're using, like, yeah, that is, isn't it? Isn't that really cool? They're using a Leap Motion, which actually I own 2 Leap Motions. Or they're using a Wii controller there. So you can actually use that to interact with it, because it's just Unity, right? And it's just feeding out the stuff into it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing with this thing. I have an animated short film that I would love to present in this thing, man. An unfinished animated short film. Same with you have with the Oculus. Yeah. Yeah. That is just, oh, that is so cool, though. Alright, I'm totally psyched that it actually just shipped. You have not looked at the Leap Store in ages? Yeah, I kind of wandered into it. I don't know if I mentioned this story before, but when I was at a Unity meeting, this is a couple years ago, and they mentioned that Leap Motion had a competition, and I found out about it, and I had a job in LA that I had to go to, so the deadline was coming up, and I literally only had 8 days before I had to like bolt. So from the moment I actually download the driver, and it's funny because I didn't have the Leap Motion because I had to order it, and they were they would offer to reimburse you if you enter this competition. So I ordered it and had to wait for 2 days for it to even show up. So for the first 2 days, I was working on a Leap Motion game with no Leap Motion, you know, just trying to get the fundamentals down. So I literally had about 6 days to actually put a whole thing together. And I slapped it together, submitted to the contest, and it won. You know, shock of all shocks, it actually won. So that's my Leap Motion story. It's super cool technology, man. I mean, it's just it was good a couple years ago, but they keep refining it, and the amount of articulation it has in tracing the fingers is just really nice. Yeah. I was really fortunate. That was it gave me some cash, and it gave me a GeForce 980 Ti. This is a few years ago when when a 980 Ti was worth a ton of money. Actually, I guess it's still kind of pricey even now. But yeah, that was a fun time. All right, you know what? I hate this shadow on this eye. I hate to say this, but I might have to play with the. Might have to play with this a little bit, just the kicker light, because that's kind of bugging me. So I'm gonna save this a couple times, and it's still a rocking card. Excuse me. Yeah. Unfortunately, that machine was just so buggy, man. I mean, it was an issue of either building a new machine from scratch around the card, or just pulling the trigger on a new machine. And you know, the price was good enough, and I thought I was gonna have work that I was gonna be doing on my own machine, and I had to have one that was not gonna crash on me. And it turns out, in hindsight, it wasn't necessary because, well, I mean, it's still necessary for the streams because it was crashing, you know, every 10 minutes or every an hour, right? So I couldn't even stream without having like multiple reboots. And actually, give me one sec. I'm gonna flip on the fan here. There it goes. Oh, maybe not. Whoops. All right. Yeah, my room's getting a little toasty, even though it's winter here. But I got all my electronics on. I got the lights on. It's getting toasty. Turn on the ceiling fan only to remember, oh yeah, I have the green screen. So the ceiling fan was like hitting the top of the green screen. So we get no ceiling fan. I'll crack the door and hope that my puppy doesn't come in and attack me. So we'll just see. Okay, so lights. Let's see, I need to jump over to the kicker. This shadow is just bugging me. I mean, this one in particular on the eye there, so. Yeah. Really wish I could hit that shoulder too, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Let's see what this does. No, that's still too far. Alright, what am I actually looking at here? Alright. So there's a kicker. That's what I really want, is something like this. See what that gets me. Yeah. Alright, I think that's about the best I'm going to do. Alright, I made that adjustment, and now that kind of changes things. So now that I did that, I want the key light to come up a little bit more. I'll try 40, but that might be too hot. That's too hot. 35. Yeah. And I think if I just smooth out this in Photoshop and then kind of just blend all this out, I think this will play okay. Just clean up some of the edges right there and there. I think that'll work. Alright, save that. Switch it back. Like that. Hit F9. Do a proper render. There it goes. Okay. PG32. Images. Character icons. Middle Ages. This is Cyclops. I always want to put an E on there. Have to fight to not misspell Cyclops. I mean, it's English, man. We like to put E's on everything, pretty much. Cyclops. Icon pose. 01. There you go. We'll try that. Alright. How are we doing our timer here? Yep. 38 minutes left. So you guys still are the only ones to click in so far, so I like your odds. We'll see. Maybe there'll be like a rush of people at the last minute to just throw it off, but right now you're looking good. Alright, so let me bounce over to Photoshop and start cleaning up that mess I just made. Let's go. Valley Village. Images. Character icons. Middle Ages. And the Cyclops. Boom. There he goes. You know, oh, look at that. You know what? I hate to say that. I'm going to come back over here. That's really grainy. I forgot to mess with... Oh. Uh-oh. Alright. Did I lose layout? Modeler. Oh, okay. Interesting. Why did it... Images... Characters. Why are you reloading the texture? I have no clue, but there you go. Good. You happy now? Okay. Come back over to Lightwave. Layout, because right now, that was... I don't know if you could pick up on it. Probably not in the what you're seeing, but yeah, it was way too grainy. So yeah, my sample size, I'm going to crank that up to 32 so I can just get that much more refined. You see, it's still a fast render, so it's not a big deal. Oop. There you go. Images, characters medieval. Oops. Try that again. Alright. And then back to Photoshop. Close and reopen. Yeah. Yeah, once again, I'm sure you probably can't tell the difference, but there was just a ton of just gray shade speckle and stuff like that, so that was a good idea to re-render. Okay. So, first thing, let's go ahead and clean up this bit. Make sure I stay in this area to begin with. And let's see, I'm going to try and go with the smudge to begin with. Dial this way down. Like a 3. Yep. That's fixed. Alright. And this is, once again, where the mouth was coming through the edge, which I had to do because the mouth was not going to behave when I turned it into a subdivided surface. So I just left it as a base polygon and let it cut into the cheek. Because this is a lot faster. The cleanup here is a lot faster than going all the way back and trying to tweak the rig or something like that. So, definitely a smarter move here. Yeah, I got it 50%, so it doesn't overwhelm it. Nice. Oh, so Dave, you're still around, man. So I got the new PC, and you get a chuckle out of this. So it came with the whoa, I hit the wrong thing. Where's my smudge? So the hard drive it came with is a 1 terabyte Toshiba, and yeah, it's like, I'm not trying to say it's a piece of crap, but it's already clicking. So I literally have nothing on it right now. I mean, the only thing that's on the entire drive is Sadness. I looked it up, and it's literally like a $48 hard drive, just a 1 terabyte. But literally the only thing on it right now is when I download something from on Chrome. You know, that's the download folder, because I didn't want to fill up my SSD with a bunch of Chrome downloads. But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably be trying to find a good price on an 860 here before too long, and getting my data drive to be a SSD as well, because I'm just, you know, I'm just having really bad luck with traditional HDs these days, hard disk drives. So I think it's time to embrace the SSDs, which is funny because my mindset recently, my buddy has been trying to like bug me about SSDs for forever, and I just kind of went, I don't need the speed, no, but I need the reliability. So what size? The hard. Oh, you talking about the one that's in there is just a 1 terabyte, and I'm looking like the Samsung, which is also a 1 terabyte, the 860. They had, and I'm kicking myself now because they actually had on Black Friday, I think they were down to like 127 for like a day or two, and now they're kind of floating around like the 148 mark, which is still, you know, insanely cheap compared to what they've been charging recently. But still kind of kicking myself that I didn't just say, you know what, I could use a $128 SSD, but didn't happen because I didn't realize that the it's not Toshiba. It's not Hitachi. I don't know. Whatever the drive is, it's not exactly. No, I think it is Toshiba. I shouldn't second guess myself. It is a Toshiba in there, but I mean, I don't even know if it's worthwhile contacting them, because I mean, you know, they'd probably come back and say, okay, box up the entire computer and send it. No, you know, but you know, it may got just Newegg. Oh yeah, 164 for a 1 terabyte. Oh yeah, and I do have the slot for that. I do have the M.2 slot. But if I'm gonna go at M.2, you know, I mean, there's no performance difference between that and a traditional SSD unless I get out of. Wait. Yeah, you see, I mean, this is that's an SSD as well, right? So I'm still be paying more, but get no real performance benefit, right? Unless I get it as a true M.2 and not an M.2 SSD. I think that's the education you gave me when I was in LA, isn't it? And if that's the case, then, you know, I don't quite see justifying paying more for, something that's not going to perform much better than the cheaper drive, if at all. Is the fast one? Let's see. And that one is, but because it's still an SSD though, right? I mean, it's still behaving like a standard SSD. So I thought that was the catch, why those are so much cheaper than the other M.2s, because it's sort of like the locked performance. The one I linked is 3 times faster than... Whoa! 3 times faster. Uh-oh. Hello. Okay. Wow. All right, that got my attention. Can you tell? Alright, actually I got my music a little low. I'm going to nudge my music just a touch there. Okay, 164, and that's 3 times faster than a standard SSD. Wow, okay. In that case, that's a compelling argument. And non-NVMe. Okay. Yeah, I'm still learning that stuff. I mean, literally my SSD knowledge up to just a few months ago was like virtually nil. Alright, let me see. I'm trying to smooth this out so you don't see that brutal ridge. Yeah, it's great. Actually, the lighting is kind of covering the fact that it just goes straight up there. You can actually tell on the connection on the card, NVMe is 1 notch and M.2 SATA is 2. Alright, and yeah, that's the 2 that I see. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was saying SSD. I meant to say that's a SATA connection. Wow. Okay, well, that's really enticing, man. Definitely enticing. Of course, I should lay low. I got all the Christmas gifts combined with the machine I just got. All right, what you got now? 174. Oh. Okay, wow. Man. So even those prices are really starting to drop now too, aren't they? That's exciting. That's really exciting. Cool. Okay. Alright. Should I live with that? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to try and smudge this just a little bit. Ah. I'm doing this without my Wacom tablet, which is not the brightest move, but this is just quick little fixes, so I don't think it's worth busting out the heavy artillery, so to speak. That might be good enough right there. Cool. Okay, so now I gotta hunt down that fireball, which hopefully is images, characters, medieval, icon poses. No. Cyclops. Alright, I gotta figure out where I actually stashed them. Oh, renders. Wow, I was a good boy. I actually created a proper folder convention. That's shocking. I did that correctly. Okay. So, test pose. Yeah, I even called it a test pose. Cool. Alright, so should be able to just grab this guy. Toss him in here. Whoops. He's a little big. Alright. Let me put him underneath. Alright. So, okay, so I guess what I want is to be on top of his face, but behind the hand. That's not bad. Alright, I gotta adjust my canvas a bit. Images. Canvas. Put him down on the whoops. Put him down at the bottom. Great. Well, there goes my family rating. On top of this and under this. Yeah, okay. I think that's going to be much better. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I should leave that ragged or clean it up. I'll leave it as is for the moment. I may revisit that, but... Pose. I'll just save that. Am I in the right folder? Yeah, I am. Good. And I'm just going to consider him done for the moment. Okay. So that's good. Alright, so let's wipe the slate clean. Clean all this stuff out. Boom. And back again to Maya. Whoa. Hit Control S once again just to make sure. Alright, so Cyclops. He is out of our life for the moment. Dragon. Excuse me. I guess I'll start with the throwing pose. You know, no, actually, yeah. Just in case I did some cleanup on the rig. What? I I just saved, you jerk. Alright. Yeah. So as I was talking about before, where I had to, like, you know, I had the fireball at a central location. So I had, rather than have the fireball snap to the place wherever the character is, I had the character sort of snap to where the fireball originates from, which was kind of cumbersome. Kind of a pain, but it was a lot easier than trying to code some kind of workaround to have the fireball go to the right area, since all that stuff is pretty much hard-coded. But, you know, I mean, I would have done a more interesting dynamic pose, but because he had to be there, you know, I wanted something. Originally I was thinking like he would have rear back and like spit it out, but instead, because the ball has that motion like that, that dictated the animation. So, okay, so let's see. That's not actually a terrible pose by itself. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick with that pose. Kill. Oh, before I do that, let me actually change the name so I don't overwrite stuff. Middle Ages Dragon. Yeah. Icon pose. There we go. Okay. So now I can nuke all these keyframes. So I'll stick with that one, and then, sphere. I'll kill all those keyframes as well. Right. So I'm going to play with this pose a little bit. Oops. Let me lock the sphere again. Something like that. Alright. Let's see. Maybe tilt the head even more like that. Since I don't have to worry about what happens next, I can kind of go crazy. That's kind of fun. Get this tail up in the shot better. Let's see. Can I? Yeah, I can. That's a bit much. Grab these guys. Like that. Actually, I'm not liking it as much now. Alright, maybe I just want to get something kind of dynamic. I'm probably going to paint over the eyes. Because, I mean, that's fine when he's, like, you know, 20 pixels high, but for this pose, I might want to, like, get something a little more interesting there. But, alright. So I'm on the second frame. Try something a little more like this, maybe? And see if I can get the head cocked a bit more like that. And let's see. I'm gonna stretch this out. So do the same for him. It's gonna pull the arms. Okay, pull this back. Dudes, why am I wearing pink jammies in here? Is your character wearing pink jammies? Wearing cute little pink jammies? You can customize it, right? Just down in the Twitch page, scroll down. You should be able to choose what you want. You know, unless you got a thing for pink jammies, you know. My wife likes pink jammies. Nothing wrong with it. She looks great in pink jammies. Alright. Actually, I think I'm doing more damage than good here. Yeah. That's better. Cheat this forward. Yeah. All right. All right. And then get this wing kind of tilted down as well. Pink jammies. Oh, there's a nice little collection down there. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know if there's a limit, but oh well. Go for it. I gotta figure out, I just dialed that stuff in, so I gotta figure out what to actually add to it now. I'm not quite sure what I can and can't do with it yet, but I think some of the stuff gets unlocked when I actually get affiliate, which I'm getting closer. I still got a few to go. I gotta get 50 before I reach affiliate. Alright. Select the hand here, hide the controls so I can actually see this stuff a bit better. I got the fingers unified. No. Yeah, it's still okay. I have one control for both fingers, but two controls for the thumb. Didn't think that through too well, did I? That's okay. Tuck this arm in a little bit. Let's see. I lost the wing on the side. I'm gonna see if I can cheat it upward, because I'm thinking something like here is gonna be my camera view. So just even a little bit of that, I think is gonna be all right. Ugh. Look at that terribly weighted point there, but that's something that's just easy enough to fix in Lightwave once I do the export. Trying to visualize what my actual camera view is going to be. Not quite seeing it yet. Alright, I'll just trust. I'll just trust that this is going to work. So, let's bounce it over, start rendering it, and see what it looks like. File. Export selection. Export. Where are we at? I looked at the timer lately. Yep, 15 minutes. Hey. Okay. This would be Dragon. Icon pose. Oh, one. Boom. Alright. And I'm just going to recycle the Cyclop pose to scene, rather. What? There's nothing there. Load. Alright. Drag this over. And this is going to be Dragon. Icon pose. Export. Name it properly. It is Dragon. Save. There it goes. Alright. So, fingers crossed. I hope we find something good here. Icon pose. Export. Load in the OBJ, which comes in Foobarred, but that's fine. File, save, current object. This is Lightwave object. Convert modeler. And clean them up. Oops. Oh, I'm in objects. I need to be in scenes, I think. Alright. Characters, Middle Ages, Dragon. Yeah, there we go. I was just in the wrong folder. Surface. Click the diffuse, turn on smoothing, make double-sided just because. Sub D that puppy. Boom. And like magic. Alright. Actually, he's completely turned around. I'm just going to turn him more towards camera like that. So lights are at least in the general correct spot. Okay. Ignore the lighting. Oh, that's going to be terrible. Look at that. You know what? We can fix that. Lights. I'm just going to knock all the lights off for a moment, so I can just focus on the camera angle and not get hung up on the terrible lights. Fill at light down to 0. Mouth light 2 is off. Good. Okay, now we're talking cameras. Alright, I'm at 18. I'm going to actually make this a longer lens. See if I can get better separation, because it's all kind of, from this angle, you can see it's kind of all like falling on top of each other. So, if I get a longer lens, that should separate it out a bit more. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Although in hindsight, actually I might want that wing not to be in there. Oh well. Alright, you're going to pull the teeth back. You see it cutting into the jaw just a little bit. But aside from that, yeah, that came off pretty good. Alright. I'm going to grab these teeth. Fix that first. About there. Alright. And what I'll do is actually make this a morph. So if I want to change it back, call it move wing. Yep. So if I want to dial this back in, this isn't like a permanent change. A non-destructive move, something like that. See. Did not update. Oh, I can apply the morph, don't I? Got him selected. Deform. Where's morph mixer? Morph mixer. There he is. Don't be alphabetical or anything. Make it easy on me. Yep, wings out of the way. Alright, and some of the points on this guy are a little, whoa, are way funky. Yep. There's our culprit right there. Whoa. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm still in the morph, which is a bad thing to be doing. Let me go back to my base. Oops, wait. Clear all that out. Come back to the base. Now actually fix that.
Some guy called Peter managed to jump a skipping rope over 12,000
There we go.
times in an hour. Really, it's a world record. We looked it up. Well, we think he'd like Spotify Premium. Instead of just 6 skips an hour,
Nice.
Premium gives you unlimited skips. So you can jump between tracks
Oh, I
as
did
much
it.
as you like.
Oh, no
Learn
wonder.
more about Premium
I
when
did
we
the
tap the banner.
version up that I didn't mean to do.
Peter.
But I think that's okay. I could actually cheat some of these up a little bit just so they register a bit more. polygon mode. Yep. Just let it come over the rim here. I'm gonna steal this one. Let's see. Bring it up. There he goes. Yeah, just a hint. Just kind of creeping over the edge there. Okay. Save that. That's good. And I think that's all I need for this guy. So turn off the real-time render. Hit F9. And make sure I got that. No, I don't. And render it at 32 so it smooths it out much more. PNG 32. Okay. Images. No, actually, it's Character Icons. There it lives. Try again. Icon pose. There it goes. Sec. Okay. Alright, so let me come over to Photoshop. I'm gonna leave him up so I can get that fireball here in a second. Dragon. Alright, actually, you know what? I gotta play with the lighting. That's what I forgot. He's all flat shaded. He just ambient occlusion there. Getting way ahead of myself. Alright. So the pose is good. The model's good. The lighting is non-existent. So I was distracted. Look at that. Kicker. We'll start with the kicker. Let's say 100. Yeah, no. Let's play. That's kind of cool. I like that. Alright, so I'm throwing the kicker on that side, so I'm going to throw the fill on the camera right side, I think, this time. Or excuse me, the key, rather. The key coming in from camera right. Submission. Start with that. 30, see what that does. That's a bit hot. Let's see. That's not too bad. Bring it down a little bit. 25. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. Yep. I can live with that. F9, that puppy, save it out. Moving on. Check the gate. Check 32. Dragon Eye pose. There we go. Alright. Now we go back to Photoshop. And reload the dragon pose. Yes, 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 yes. Alright. Alright, so he's clipped here, so what I may do is actually try and put that on the mouse side. off the opacity so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Good. Okay, so that clipping is all the way up there. Shrink this down a little bit more, I think. Yeah. Okay, I think that's going to work. So I'm going to crank this back up to 100% and then duplicate it. So if I have to go back, I have it handy. Oh, actually, let me do this. Okay. Drop to 50% so I can mask this out easier and faster. I'm going to I'll start with the lip. I'll go across and I'll do the teeth here in a second, but just easier to come to this part. Like that. Alright. Let me crank it back up again. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Actually, I left the glow coming out the other side, and that actually plays pretty well. I might clip some of this so it doesn't look too weird. Feather that. Like 10. That's a bit much. Where's my history? Let's say 3. There he goes. Yeah, that's cool. So there's that glow that kind of bleeds on the other side of the lip. I think that works pretty nicely. Okay. Now let's get the teeth on top. We'll do that by cutting them out. Alright. Looks like we're just about out of time for the raffle thing, so anyone else that wants to sign up for the raffle, hit exclamation raffle right now before time runs out. And we'll see who wins. More importantly, we'll see if whoever wins is actually still around. That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Because we'll find out here shortly. Alright, I'm going to just start with it. I'm going to leave that glow. Just cut out the tooth and see if I can keep any of that glow in place. Probably not right behind the tooth, but just curious. Nah, I'm gonna have to lose it. Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna version this one up, make a copy so I can come back, because I'm gonna do something here. Just completely cut into the lip. Cut it all out. See how this looks. Oh. And we're done. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Yes, yes, yes. Hold your horses. Ah. Okay, okay. Dismiss. Alright. Let me do it. Let me see what I got here. Alright. I'm gonna pick a winner from the 2 people that actually entered. There you go, blue screen. There you go, man. So if you're still with me, let me know and I'll send you the code. Or did you get, like, blue screen's actually working right now. He's running his own LAN cafe, so he may have gotten totally distracted. Nope, there he is. There he goes. Alright, man. I will, No, 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 no. No way, man. You want it, fair and square. I'll send it to you. Unless you don't want it. Come on, it's a fun, it's a PC game. It's not even a console game. Come on. Yeah, you know what? Here, I'll send it to you in a whisper. Hold on. Let's see, where's my... Yep. Alright. Let me see. Whisper. Boom. There you go. Let me know if you got the code. You should have, tell me if you got that. So, there you go, man. Hopefully you got the first one. Yeah. So let me know if the whisper went through. I think I did that correctly. You can tell me if I've messed it up, but you should have the... Yep. Awesome. Enjoy, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. You know, thanks for dividing your time between me and what? I'm assuming Overwatch? Isn't that your weapon of choice these days? Or are you actually busting out your Switch right now and playing that instead? There you go. So you are doing the Switch. Look at you, see? We made a console user out of you after all. Who would have thunk? Alright. One sec here. I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I could just go big on that. Alright. Let me switch this back over. So that's done. So I'm going to just go ahead and boop. Mark that is... There you go. Sad. What? Sad that you're a bona fide console player now? Is that what you're sad about? You've gone to the dark side? Yeah. That's okay, man. Welcome to the dark side. I got some consoles myself. I play them as much as I do PC games, which is whole sad another fact. Alright, select, modify, feather 3 again. Oops. Alright, how's that look? Yeah. Cool. I think that works. Yep, that's much more. Let's see, I guess I could mess with the eyes too. I said I was going to mess with the eyes. I want to do that. Guess I'll start with just painting them out. Let's see, where's my stamp? Oops. Get the right layer going. There we go. Gotta clean this up a little bit first. Oops. Yeah, sorry you still got a cough, man. I got like the remnants of like the stuffy nose kind of stuff, but I'll take that over being like full on sick any day for sure. Alright. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Am I in the right folder? Cursors. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I am. Okay. Yep. I'll save it that way. Alright. And then I guess I should think about what I want it to be. Uh-oh. I thought I was going to get raided there by Psycho Penny. My puppy. Hold on, let me close the door here. There we go. Don't want to get attacked by the dog while I'm trying to work here. Okay. Yeah, I really need my Wacom tablet. I will try and do this with a mouse, which is kind of a foolish idea. But, yeah, I definitely need to bust out the Wacom tablet, and I haven't set up the drivers for it yet, so this could get really ugly really fast. We'll see. Alright. No. Tell you what, I'll go bigger here, and I can just dial it back. Did I just delete that, or did not actually stretch that? Oh, I didn't stretch all the way down. Let me fix that. Yeah, like that. Ah, too much. Yeah, I could really use that Wacom tablet right now, for sure. That's kind of cool. I think that might work. Alright, let me do something similar on this side, because it's kind of a nice way of coming down like that. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, even without the Wacom tablet, I might be able to pull this off. Alright, so I want to add some actual pupils. Alright. So, try this just freehand first. Nope. Alright. Close. Not quite. Am I in the wrong layer? Oh. Alright, you're being a jerk. There he goes. There we go. Right, rotate this a little bit. And then clean it up where it goes too far. Like that. Eh. Oops. Ooh, the mouse got laggy there for a second. That's not good. Alright. I'm gonna just tinker a little bit. It's almost there. Yeah, it's really close, but okay. Just so close, but just not quite right. I think I got that. Yeah, I think what I don't like is this side, actually. It's like a little sharp there. And now that side's big. It's right, but I'm just doing just a hair too much, I think. That's the problem. Alright. Let's see what happens if I cut off the bottom here. Stop. There it goes. I think that's it. Oh yeah? The one I sent you? Or are you still talking about Pokemon Go? The Kingdom Rush? Did you give it a try? Yeah? Yeah, so it's a tower defense type game, isn't it? I think that's its key purpose for life. I think. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Kingdom Rush. Yep. So, interesting doesn't necessarily constitute fun. So, you know, interesting is good, but, you know, it's like when you're getting set up on a date. It's like, you know, how'd you describe her? Oh, she's interesting. Okay. It's too early to tell. Okay, that's like the date thing. Well, is she attractive? Well, it's too early to tell. All right. Let me say this is a PNG. Actually, did that. Did I do that for Mr. Cyclops as well? Check. No, I didn't. Nope. Or I did. No. I'm gonna call it not test pose, but icon pose. Done. Hey, look. It could be good. I've played a lot of tower defense in my day. Yeah, I mean it's definitely a crowded field, isn't it? And it looks promising. Cool, man. Well, there you go. I hope it's worth the price of admission. All right. So 10:23. light crowd tonight. I think I might wind down. But Dave, man, I appreciate you hanging out. And yeah, please come back and hang out on Monday at my new Bat channel, Bat time, 1 p.m. We'll see what that does for me. We'll see if we get like a different crowd, or a crowd. So we'll see who drops by. But yep, cool, man. Well, good luck with Blue Screen Gaming. As always, once again, thanks for letting me crash there for the time I did. I really appreciate that. And yeah, fingers crossed, man. Wish me luck. Let's hope that Monday gets me a new audience. You know, I'm hoping this late time, especially on a Friday night, is just too much of a challenge to try and convince people. I should be out. I think that's part of the reason too. I'm kind of thinking about redoing the time. It's just, you know, I should be out doing something on a Friday night. So you will get there. Yeah, well, you know, unless I finish all my games and I got nothing to show, which is not going to happen anytime soon. But I am making headway, which is good. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. Go back to your can I say your console obsession? Can I say that now, or is it too soon? Is your PC lamenting yet? Is your PC just kind of like sitting on the side going, I remember when I was... It's like Woody and To the Moon and Beyond. You've been multitasking and too soon. I'm watching on my PC. Oh, there you go. Your PC has been relegated to a streaming device. Switch on the other. Nice. Nice setup. Cool, man. Well, thanks again for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And yeah, so have yourself a good weekend. Congrats on the crowd. I hope the numbers keep growing for you, for sure. And once again, I also hope you make it out on Monday to hang out with me. Then we'll see anytime. Cool, man. Thank you so much. All right, take care of yourself. Have a good weekend. And for everyone else, yeah, you too. Thanks, man. Everyone else, have a good weekend. And I will see you. I'll be changing the numbers here shortly, so that'll be updated. But yeah, come visit me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, same days, new time, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time until probably about 4. We'll see how it goes. I'll go 2 or 3 hours depending on how it's going. But until then, have a good weekend, folks. Dave, take care, buddy. Talk to everyone soon. Adios.